All right, so look, we started talking about the market earlier. Big story today is Apple, Morgan Stanley. The banks are a huge story today. Elizabeth McDonald's going to be here in a few minutes to tell us what's going on with them. But we got, earnings coming out good. Intel, Travelers, all doing really well. Manufacturers, though, growing a little bit more cautious because, the producer price index came out yesterday. Inflation's on the rise. But they're certainly growing wearier. Is that a word? About 2012, which is why we're going to talk markets right now with my friend Todd Schoenberger, Black Bay, of the Black Bay Group. Is that what we're calling it now? Black Bay Group?
Yeah, we'll call it that for another day.
Just for today.
Yeah, just for today.
All right, so look, we got a market that, is up. Yesterday was good comedy because yesterday afternoon we got news that Europe solved their problem.
Yeah.
Lots of money coming. And then after the market closes, we find out, you know what, that was a big fat rumor.
That's right.
Right? And so futures pulled back, but now they're up. No, it is amazing to me how we trade on headlines. Headlines that might not even be true.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So who leaked the story? That's what we want to know because we heard about 2 trillion euros.
Right, and it was in The Guardian.
2 trillion euros.
The Guardian is a newspaper overseas that went to press with this.
Yeah, and 2 trillion. You would think that the markets would have hit record highs yesterday. That's huge. So now the emergency summit, which was unscheduled, is taking place this weekend. Sarkozy, who is 56 years old and childless and is leaving his, I guess it's his wife or significant other who is in labor, said, look, you go take care of this birth. I'm flying over there to Germany. I'm going to take care of this.
Because he's mad at her now.
Yeah. He's going to take care of business, and he's going to save, well, I guess the entire Euro region from this. But here's the thing. Now we don't know if that's even true. We don't know if we're talking about 2 trillion. We don't know if we're talking about 1 trillion because then you had the Economic Council, I forget his name, Wolfgang something or other from Germany, who actually said that no actual number was actually determined. And 1 trillion was something that was even being considered, not 2 trillion. So the market's obviously starts to take a step back.
Well, I think the market was hesitant about it yesterday when we heard it because, to your point, it did not go to the moon.
Right.
It just didn't sound rational. I mean, everybody knows there's no money.
Yeah.
So, the notion that this came out of nowhere and we were going to solve the problem.
Yeah.
So, but look what's happened. So, let's bring this back home. You and I talked about how earnings season is just going to be like flat at best.
That's right.
Mixed at best is what I should say. So, and that's what we're seeing, truly mixed, right? You see Goldman miss, Morgan hit, Apple down, who'd have thought, Intel crushes. So you can't make a blanket statement and say one sector's doing great.
Look, you have to look at history. 62% of S&P 500 companies have historically beat their Wall Street estimate. So overall, we have had over the last 8 quarters, we have had that number hit 80%. So you are not going to have as many companies right now beat that Wall Street estimate on the bottom line or even the top line. Look, here's the thing about earnings, though, is that you can show earnings growth all you want. Yahoo did a great job of that, but revenue share is really what the issue is. So
and Yahoo's revenue was decreasing.
Right, and the stock still did okay. But look, when you start looking at revenues, that's the top line issue. That's where everybody wants to concentrate on because you can, at the expense of human capital, you can show a positive bottom line number just by firing everybody, cutting your overhead, and we've actually seen that. In the case of the banks, though, the banks are incredibly fragile. They're poisoned right now. I mean, if Goldman Sachs is losing money, and they're losing money because of lack of M&A activity in the investment banking unit, obviously the prop trading suffered, but without the volatility that we saw last quarter, their trading revenues would have been worse. I mean, you have to look at that number and really take that under consideration because going forward, what major IPOs? Now, Groupon, we're hearing that they might be starting a roadshow next week, but what else is out there, Tracy? I don't hear a lot about M&A activity right now.